To paraphrase the great Bette Midler, China is trolling us. China is trolling us. China is trolling us from a distance. This is what you see at the TikTok page. It is right about 6 o'clock a.m. Central Time in where I am in Arkansas. And so I woke up a couple hours ago to do my normal thing, check the TikTok to see if it was there on the app, and it was not there. Check TikTok on my web page to see it was there, knowing it wasn't there, because at midnight Eastern Time, TikTok shut things down. Now let's go over the actual class notes that we have from TikTok. About 9 months ago, a law was passed by our Congress, by the House and the Senate in a very bipartisan way. Basically, most people agreed that TikTok should be banned if ByteDance, the owner of TikTok, did not divest itself of TikTok to a company more friendly to us, i.e. us, an American company, because the Chinese company does own the data from TikTok and no one knows exactly what they would do. And by law in China, if China says, hey, we need that data, TikTok would have to say, okay. TikTok says it doesn't do that. It won't do that. There's no reason for China to ask for that. But it's still basically in China law that they can control whatever they do because China owns it. China does it with all of its apps similar to this, including Redbook, which people are joining to, that are in China. They also have more censorship and a lot less freedom of speech on those apps. The problem is us Americans, US, us, are so addicted to the app, we're freaking out about it. So as your parents are taking away the matches because they're afraid you're going to set things on fire, TikTok went dark this morning. Now, here's the deal. The law actually says that TikTok has to just be divested from the Chinese company. It can live. They just have to sell it to somebody. People have had offers to TikTok at a valuation that TikTok doesn't like. They don't want to sell that money. They don't get that money for what's going on. The reality is there's some algorithm data behind the scenes that if someone else got a chance to see it, would scare the hell out of all of us. Even the people who want to say demure, the people who want to sell their wares, and people who want to scroll again and again about all the different tripods and lights and microphones that are on there, because those are only ads I'm seeing, and I've already got those, so I'm not buying any of them. The issue at hand is that TikTok is a problem. TikTok, as being owned by the Chinese, is an actual problem. There are actual national security threats about this, and so something should be done about it. And TikTok, instead of working with us, or ByteDance working with us because it's, it can make a lot of money and basically redo it again and just keep selling us these apps and holding us over a barrel, decided, you know what? We don't want you to see our IP. We know we steal your IP all the time. We don't want you to see the magic we're doing. So, we're just going to shut it down. And since Donald Trump wants to fix this, he's going to do something to fix this, because it's in the notes for TikTok that Donald Trump is going to hopefully work with us to keep going. That is an incentive for Trump to do what the people want, which makes him happy because people are happy, and literally shows their hand. China is trolling us. China is trying to control us. China wins. China is the bad guy, or technically China is the anti-hero, because we may be the bad guys. Now, maybe I'm just saying this because TikTok isn't my most popular platform. I'm not making money from it. So maybe I'm just sour grapes on my end. Or maybe I do know a little something about data and something about spycraft and something about what you know and what you don't know what happens, and how dangerous it is for bad algorithms and to push things to people who are unsuspecting and don't really realize that what they're seeing isn't real and don't have the capacity to really diverse themselves from understanding it. My healthy skepticism of everything means everything I see gets going through a filter of my own to break down what I'm seeing. And whether I get past it or not, it's still up to me to decide whether to watch it. I may see something as kind of propagandish and I may still watch it. I may not get past it, may get past the filter, may actually get past me and I do suck it in, whatever. I may see it as an alternate fact and may still continue to watch the person because I want to see what they're saying. I may see something as the truth and choose to watch them because it is what it is. But there's a problem. We can live without TikTok. We can build an American TikTok. It could be the blue sky of TikToks. And people have to go there. Right now, people are sold on more Chinese apps like the same that are owned by China and actually live in China. So we're going to see how that one works out. But because Instagram and because Facebook and because X don't quite compete on the same level as TikTok does, for what it originally did and what it grew into, there are issues. Let me be perfectly clear. TikTok seems like a fun app for people to get their information. People to see a lot of funny things, a lot of people to do silly little prank type stuff and have fun. And if you are popular enough to get the looks that people want to get, make some money off of it. There's a lot of people I've seen that I'm, happy to see. I watch them for content that is a bit quirky, a bit off, and, gets the thing done. It makes regular people, commentators of note. It gives a guy like me a chance to let you guys call me an idiot every day because I have some sort of take out there, hot or not. And some people are better at it than others, and that's great. Other platforms do that as well. X does it, TikTok, or X does it, Facebook does it, YouTube does it, things like that. Whatever you want to do, wherever you want to put it out there. But there's an underlying understanding that the Chinese and the Chinese Communist Party are not anyone's friends. They're not even the Chinese people's friends. They run the country because they run the country the way they want to, and they do that. And so this is a serious issue. And the fact that many people who are crying for saving TikTok because it's their livelihood don't understand they're essentially being subsidized by the crack dealers to do what they're going to do. No, they're not selling crack, but the crack dealer is out there, spending a bunch of extra dollars at the lemonade stand to make sure they stay afloat, make sure things are going on, and sending some of their crackheads there to buy lemonade as well. TikTok is not a clean operation. It just isn't. ByteDance is not a clean operation. It just isn't. The reality is we're dealing with geopolitical issues while using TikTok. It is true. TikTok is going to come back, and it's going to come back fairly soon, I guess. Donald Trump says they'll give him 90 days to actually work something. What's going to happen is because Donald Trump is pushing it, TikTok will work with someone more friendly to Donald Trump to basically sell it. Mr. Beast probably won't get it, but Elon Musk may get a shot at getting to that one, which, of course, even more conflict of interest for Donald Trump. He don't care. Trump don't care. Trump's going to do what he can do to stay popular with the people, to give them what they want, make them happy so they make him happy. And I don't know, Project 2025 will just take over and he'll be president for life, I guess, because Xi is. So why can't he? Putin is. So why can't he? This is bigger than the American experiment. This is bigger than you and I. This is bigger than TikTok dances and the kids not having fun on their phones anymore. This is your first jump into geopolitical situations. This is global politics. And right now, the bulk of us aren't getting the lesson straight. We're not getting the Cliff Notes version and understanding it. We're missing and failing this quiz, and the test is coming. And when the test comes, oh boy, we're going to have issues. So for a nation that we may be in war with in 2 years because the Chinese see how Russia got away with Ukraine, so they think they may get away with Taiwan, we are squabbling over whether we want to use a video app that gathers our data information, which we already are afraid of what Facebook is doing with it. We're freaking out about what Musk may actually be doing with our data. But when the Chinese government has it and controls it and have been known to send us propaganda and influence stuff that pushes ideas towards their view on us that we claim, oh, yeah, we thought that all along. Russian disinformation, Chinese disinformation. It's all wrapped up into one big candy-coated Trojan horse. TikTok is not gone. TikTok is not even banned. TikTok shut themselves off. There's a law in place that Biden said he wasn't going to enforce, and it's not being enforced. TikTok shut themselves off, which is why you can see a website that says President Trump will fix this. TikTok is trolling us. TikTok is trolling you. TikTok would like to control us and you. Don't let TikTok do that. Yes, be happy when it comes back, and yes, be very knowledgeable what the actual parameters will be when it's up there. But do not think that China's not going to slip something in here that we're not seeing, because that's what they are, because it's what they do, because that's what's going to happen. I'm going to miss TikTok for the months it may take to get things back in order, but in the meantime, this ain't stopping me from doing messages. This right here is going on Facebook or on YouTube because it makes more sense. Getting the short form stuff and the long form stuff is a lot easier to kind of explain if someone watches and use an excuse. Well, the attention span of a goldfish is stupid, because if something is important, you will sit down and deal with it. That's why there are rabbit holes. That's why people sit on TikTok for hours scrolling, looking for things that go deeper and deeper into something. They just be short clips, but they're reinforcing the very shallow information while people are missing the deeper stuff. It takes a while to read a book and get the full story. If Star Wars is a 3-hour movie, you don't get the big fight lightsaber scene at the beginning of the stuff. You get the big one at the end with the resolution and Darth Vader being his father. That happens at the end of the movie, not the beginning. TikTok is coming back. It'll come back stronger, better, faster, whatever. But it'll also be a little bit different to make sure that the Chinese still have a little bit of stuff from us, because they're not just going to sell their secrets to us and let it be. That's not how they work. They know that. And they know that we're jonesing for some TikTok. So we'll do what we can to get it back. And a few months of without it is not going to alleviate some of those symptoms. Withdrawal symptoms start now. And as they get worse, you can do starting worse things for that fix. Like I said, people who are making money on TikToks, people making money on all of the social media platforms, are essentially being subsidized by that cocaine dealer down the street who goes and buys a cup of lemonade every so often and then sends the folks that are addicted to his stuff to your place to buy more stuff. That's not saying that it's not the business is not legit. That says you're building your platform, you're building your business on borrowed land. That land is borrowed, not owned, not rented, not leased. And so they have the right to kick you off that land when they want to. And they have. And we'll see how long it takes for them to get you so riled up that you force the people that said, hey, there's issues with that, to let you jump onto their land on purpose. God is watching us from a distance. TikTok is trolling us, and the Chinese are trolling us from a same distance. Make sure you understand both of those.